Yo, what's up guys? Today is back and biceps day, and I'll probably add in some shoulders, but I took a freaking fat nap just before this. Bro, it was like fucking heaven. It was the best. Also, if you guys don't know, I do off-roading, and you'll probably see this in the background. I'll just explain it right now, but yeah, I sent it a little bit too hard there. This is the, what would you call it? The consequence of me having too much fun. So I dented the tire a little bit. I have the extra, but the tire, or the rim actually, I mean the wheel, was just slightly bent, so I think it's fixable. And so we sent it to get fixed, and the wheel is actually beadlock, so that's why it's more precious than this one, because if you look at this one, it's not beadlock. So beadlock are like you would see like bolts or nuts around the edge of the wheel. These are beadlock. You see how they just go around the edge of the wheel right there? That's just to keep the tire in place. But enough of that. We're gonna hit it fucking hard. I'm fucking pretty much woken up. Oh, I forgot the keys. Never mind. I'm not woken up because I forgot the fucking keys to the truck. Dude, no way. Idiot. So I'm just actually woken up. Woken up. I'm actually just waking up because like I said, because of work, I was sleep deprived yesterday, like majorly. Like I got like pretty much 2 hours of sleep, and I took a nap for like 4 hours, but you know, that's obviously not enough. And then after a day of work, I didn't even train yesterday. That's how bad it was. And well, obviously just being sleep deprived is pretty bad. So I took another nap today, the next day, just because, you know, I had to, one, recover from the day before from not sleeping and working. And then for today, I did get good sleep the night before, but today I wanted to take another nap because I was already falling asleep on the way back, and I was like, dude, nah, like, to hit the gym like this, like, even though I'm just waking up, as you saw that I forgot my keys, now I feel much more rejuvenated. I feel like I can actually hit this back and bicep workout more fresh, more, you know, well-rested, and we can go stupid. We can go, like, really good. 7 spider eyes for every day of the week. Means I'm still up working while your bitch ass sleep. Usually I don't even take naps, dude. Like this month, or I guess, yeah, I think, well, not this month because it just, oh no, actually, yeah, this month, and I guess I would say last month, I've just been taking so many naps throughout the day. Like, I don't, I guess, I mean, obviously, because I'm tired, like, why else would you fucking take a nap if you're not tired, you know? But usually I wouldn't take a nap, and usually I'd just stay up and just, like, push through it. Just because, like, I feel like if I take a nap, it just fucks up my schedule more. So I'm like, if I stay awake longer, then it'll be much better in the night for me, because I'll be so tired by that point, like overtired, that I'll just sleep earlier. But honestly, this has been, it's like been shaky, but not like completely shaky. Like there's, for the most part, I'd say 70 to 80%. I've actually been falling asleep a lot better, like towards the end of the night, when I actually need to sleep. Regardless of the nap. But I don't know, for so long I've just never taken a nap, because I always had it in my mind that if I take a nap now, when I want to sleep, I'll be well rested enough to not want to sleep anymore. You get me? So I don't know, and the naps have been so great. Like now that right now I feel much better than I did obviously before the nap. And it was like a long nap. It was like an hour. I went to bed like at 4:30, and I woke up, yeah, pretty much an hour of a nap, which I know you're not really supposed to take. I hear that you're supposed to take, like, you know, 15 minutes of a nap. Like, how long do you guys nap for? Like, what's your guys' like, okay, I'm gonna nap for this long at the very most? Like, how long is that for you guys? I usually just try to nap if I can. So, like, let's say I get home at like 3 or 3:30. Alright, now I gotta shower and eat a little bit, you know, just to get that meal in a little bit, or like a snack, whatever I'm feeling in the moment. Like if I'm really hungry, or if I ate a couple hours before, or a couple, you know, like maybe half an hour before that, then I'll adjust to that. But usually it's a meal or a snack, and then I shower, obviously, then I nap, if I do feel like I need a nap in that moment. So like, let's say I get home at 3:30, right? I realistically finish up eating and showering like at 4:30, or let's say 4 to 4:30. Then since I know I'm gonna go to the gym around 6 or 6:30, I'll just wake up 30 minutes before that, or 45 to 30 minutes before that. So if I went to bed like at 4:30, I'll put my alarm like at 5:30, 5:45-ish. So I get an hour to an hour 15 of a nap if it's around that time. If it's earlier, if I get out earlier from work, then, you know, I get more sleep. But that's if I do need that nap, you know. They say 15 minutes is the best ideal amount of time for a nap, like a power nap. But honestly, I feel like take as long as you need, especially if you're gonna do something more extraneous. Like, yeah, it might mess you up, or it might make you feel, or you might overdo it. But in my opinion, sleep is like so important. So if you couldn't get sleep in the night, why not try to catch up with it, you know? Why limit yourself to just 15 minutes when in reality you might need more? But I do feel like get as much as you can in throughout the day. At the same time, if you have a really busy day and it's counterproductive to sleep, which I don't see how it could be, but I mean, I guess it can if you have a set schedule to follow, like time-wise and all that, and you really need to get something done throughout in that day or whatever, then yeah, I guess so. But at the same time, if you could afford it, then why not? Like, why be like, nah, I could afford it, but at the same time, 15 minutes is the perfect, I guess, amount. You don't need more or you don't need less. But what if you need more? You know what I'm trying to fucking say? Is just like, basically, if you're fucked up on your sleep, then, you know, you should catch up on it.
Shawty, you got a melody in my head. Because she's coming.
Oh, yes?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, thank you. Because he didn't say anything. He just, like, looked in the chat and
I'm
just
an
there.
alien among the human beings. I fell down to earth from 100 miles away, and somehow I still make it work. But it's overrated and somehow played out.
Me and Jesus, we would skate every day pretty much. He would literally come to my house. Let's say it's on a weekend or on a day we don't go to school or whatever, like a holiday or just whatever, you know. And if I'll be sleeping in, it'll be like 10 or 11 in the morning. This dude's in my room, like
At the window.
He's in my room. Like he knocks.
Oh, I love
they let him in. He's like, brother.
Oh, I remember that.
And he'd just come in and be like, bro, wake up. Like, what are you doing? Like, let's go skate. And I'm like, bro, like, make me breakfast and I'll skate. And he's just waking me up with the skateboard in his hand.
I love that.
And he's just waiting for me.
That's a vibe.
And he'll be like, all right, I'm gonna go back. I forgot what he'll do, but he's like, okay, I'll go back to my house real quick. But by the time I come back, I want you up and ready to skate.
Hell yeah.
And I'm like, fine. Like, it's not that I didn't love to skate, it's just I would sleep late, you know, at that time.
Yeah.
And so he'd kind of like be my alarm, deadass.
I love that. You need the motivation. That's a real one.
Yeah, and he got me up. Like, it actually made me more active, I'd say. So thanks to him, like, it made me like a little active.
Thanks, Jesus.
And yeah, shout out Jesus. That's the homie. That's my brother. Like, I'd do anything for him. Deadass. I'd do anything to him and for him.
What do you mean by that?
I take a bullet. I take his.
Oh.
We'd also like deadass after skating, after a whole day of skating. Like after that, after sunset went and we couldn't really see no more, we'd go under his Porsche. I remember like outside, even when it was raining, dude. Like, let's say it started to rain after. Obviously, we wouldn't skate no more because it's slippery on your board and you can get it waterlogged, meaning like it'll just be full of water and that shit would just be heavy. And then when it dries, it'll start to break because it starts to dehydrate almost in a way.
Literally.
And it just fuck up, you know what I mean? So we would go under his Porsche and stuff. Go under his Porsche, we eat ramen and chips, bro. It was such a vibe. And we'd watch like FaZe at the time was like a big thing, FaZe. So we'd watch like FaZe Rain or FaZe Blaziken, whoever we're up on at the time, because it'll be a rotation, you know? We'd be like, fuck yeah, like, have you seen the new video of this guy? Or, you know, back in the day, that's when they were blowing up. Like, I'm talking about 2014, 2015, but mainly 2014. And damn, bro, I'm gonna wait for this guy to leave right now. But it was just the best times, man. It was awesome. Like, I'd even have a sleepover at his house. You know how close we were? We were this close, okay? So this is my house, and you would go like a few hundred feet this way. This is the middle point, and then you'd go another few hundred feet this way, or I think several hundred feet. And then it's an intersection, and then it keeps going straight. So on the intersection, you take a left, and he's right there. So we'd meet halfway. Like, he'd be like, all right, bro.
Can you meet me halfway?
we'd be going home already, and I'd be like, bro, all right, I'm gonna call it a night and just head out, you know? So if this is his house, he'd take me here, and then from here, I'd go from here over here to my house, and he'd go from there. That's how close we were. We could skate home. It was dope, dude. And we did that because it was like, and I do the same, you know, like if I was at my house, I'd go from my house to
Walk him
halfway.
halfway.
Yeah. Skate halfway. It was the
Y'all
best.
are for real besties. I would do that too if I lived that close to as a friend.
Yeah, I forgot to introduce you guys. This is my cousin here, Chris. This is, so that's Disa, and this is Chris.
I hope y'all
That's the
remember.
older sister, and that's
the first
the
couple
middle,
vlogs.
I want to say.
Yeah, in the middle.
So, yeah, just so you guys aren't like left out when we do like exercises and shit, and I'm like showing you guys what we're doing. And he pops up out of nowhere, and you're just like, what the fuck? Is he a random? Alright guys, so we just did the warm-up with the sled, and right now we're going to be doing some assisted pull-ups, but not yet. So it is an assisted pull-up machine, but we're not going to be doing it just yet until we burn out, unless we really want to. And also, I don't know if your gym is like that. Can you show them like the grips, like how thick they are? That's fucking thick, bro. That's like a grip builder. Yeah, but I guess like they make them like super, like stupid thick to compensate for the fact that you can be assisted on the way like up, especially by like just adding a lot of weight. I like the ones without it, like just pure pull up and that's it. And the grip is thinner, so it's like, I guess it's already hard because you're not being assisted, so they make it thinner to compensate for that. Just how they made these like stupid thick to compensate for the fact that you're like getting assisted and shit.
My little secret, my little secret, and I can't hold on to the other side, 'cause it's been gone for days and I won't wait. No, shining ashes for me to explore.
He's a straight up MVP, big brain. So we're like,
Whatever.
or whatever. But we're just like, how the fuck do we keep this down? Because it just goes up. It doesn't have a lock like most gyms, or from what I know, most gyms have a lock for this. But this one's the dedicated fucking, or maybe I'm just dumb, but small brain, smooth brain. But this one doesn't have like a lock on there, so we're just like, how the fuck do we keep it from going down? Or keep it down so that way it doesn't throw me off and throw my groove off when I do a pull-up. And Disa thought about that. She's like, why don't you just put a plate there? Because she would put her foot down and just kind of get an angle, but it's like hard. You see how close that is? And so it's like harder to get a good ass angle.
So there we go.
Yeah, so Disa is big brain MVP for this.
Something so intriguing about you. Up in the clouds, no coming down. I am absent-minded, only minding how. You take me and immerse me in your stare, till I'm almost there. Shine ashes, call me to explore. Every bit of heart, never seen before. I don't know what to tell you, I don't know if I should. Everything's burning like firewood. My little secret, you're my little secret. And I can't hold on to the other side, 'cause it's been gone for days and I won't wait. La, 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 la. You're my little secret, my little secret. La, 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 la. One
So I'm just gonna be going light on the Smith machine rows, and just because like I'm starting to feel like my lower back already lit up and like pretty sore. That doesn't mean like you should go light, but me personally, like I already have a heavy job that sometimes makes my back like really fucked up. Like not fucked up in an injured way, but just like fucked up in like a super sore, taxed out, exhausted way. So I also got to think about that. And even if I don't have the work the next day or whatever happens, I still got to make sure I'm within the same area where I'm not like overdoing it at that point. Still push it a little to increase like endurance and muscular growth, but just in a smart way, like in smaller increments. So that's why I'm going really light. I could probably go pretty heavy, but since this is more of like a burner workout or a burner like exercise at the end of it, I'm just not gonna go that heavy. Just kind of like almost deload while still getting that stretch and activation. It's still tiny tears. Alright, so I don't know if you noticed. Oh wait, hold on bro. Hold on. I'll call you back right now. My bad.
Technical difficulty.
meant to pause the music, and then I guess I answered him when I thought the phone call ended, because mid-set phone call started. But anyways, I don't know if you noticed, but I put my hand like towards the inside of the dumbbell so that the more weight is out this way. So I have to stabilize more to do this. So it's like I'm actually like really pronating hard on this. So it's like pulling this way, but I'm also keeping it like peak contracted because now I have to do this. You get me? So like this. So it's doing this, but I'm also training that a little bit. I mean, you don't have to. It's not, I don't think that's significant, but I would give it a try, and it makes it so much harder. Like it's crazy. Also, you probably noticed that I have like this fucking like bruise. I play, I like to wrestle sometimes with my little cousins. Like who doesn't with their little brothers and cousins and shit. And yes, I don't think he accidentally did, but he doesn't know any better. He's like what, 3 or 2? Dominic?
Oh, that was.
He's like,
oh,
how old is he?
He's 2.
2? Yeah, and he freaking bit me so hard. Like this is one bite, and I don't know if it went away.
I think he's 3.
I don't know where it's at here. It's probably like very faint because it was a tiny one, like a tiny, like I barely, like literally Ultra Instinct Goku dodged that shit, like right when it grazed me. But this one I couldn't dodge. You see that one?
Yeah.
That one I couldn't dodge. So that's why I have this bruise here. And you can, this has been like almost a week. On Saturday it's going to be a week. So it's been about 4 days. This is, at the time of this recording, it's Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, and that's the aftermath, bro, of wrestling with your little cousin. So I wouldn't recommend it, or, you know, just be very careful that they'll probably bite. If they cannot win, they'll bite you. Alright, so now I'm just going to be doing a bit of shoulders. I'm going to be doing like shoulder presses. I like to go really light as of right now because I have like really bad, I guess it's impingement or pain on my shoulder. It's been like that like chronically for like 2 years, but it's starting to die down. Like this one was first, I'd say, I think, and then I fixed it for the most part, and now we moved to this. Don't know why. Maybe it's like neck tightness, but at the same time, like I have no pain. Well, for the most part, I don't feel any tightness. Oh, well, maybe right there, but yeah. So that's why I like to go light. And right now, like it's starting to heal up for the most part, and it's like I'm just gonna make sure I challenge it, but not like overdo it as well. And I'm just gonna be doing some shoulder presses, and I'm gonna do sitting, so that way I don't have the stability of my legs, but I do have my core working because I don't really train core like that. So I'm just gonna be doing core, I guess like an indirect but direct core stabilizing movement by shoulder pressing sitting, you know? So you can try that too. Alright guys, so that's the end of the video. We're gonna call it a night here. If you like the video, thank you. If you don't like the video, then you can go fuck off. But before you fuck off, don't just fuck off to fuck off. Let me know like what I could do better, and then fuck off, you know?
Period.
But if you kind of want to stick around to see me fail, then you're just laughing in your face, bro. Like, I'm gonna fucking succeed. I'm gonna do this shit. I'm gonna try to, you know,
stick around for that.
Stick around for that. Don't fuck off for that yet, you know? Fuck off like once I'm actually successful and you're like mad with your life because you didn't do shit like I did. But, you know, that's the end of the video. That's all I can say. Peace out.